Hello everyone, how to simplify this nice algebraic expression without using the calculator. If we have a square root of 24 divided by square root of 30 plus square root of 6 and its whole power is 24 is equals to what? So we write this algebraic expression into the simplified form. But here you remember one thing is that calculator is not allowed in this problem. This means that we need to show all of the working of this question in this paper. Okay. So here the very first thing we are going to do is here first we need to rewrite this equation as so here we have this is a square root of 24 and we write this 24 as 6 multiplied by 4. We know that 6 times 4 becomes 24 and further we have this is square root of 30. We write square root of 30 as 6 times 5 becomes 30 plus here we have this is square root of 6 and its whole power is 24. And further in the next step here we need to apply the square root separately on both of these two values, and when we apply square root on separately on both of these values it will be written as in this form. So we have this is square root of 6 multiplied by square root of 4 and it is divided by, again we separate the square root on both of these values and it will become the square root of 6 into square root of 5 plus square root of 6 and its whole power is 24. And further in the next step here you focus into the denominator term and you see here in the denominator we have square root of 6 with a common term. So we will take common square root of 6 from here, and here you know about that this is square root of 4. We know that square root of 4 becomes here 2 and it is divided by, here we need to take common square root of 6 and we get the remaining values are, from here we get square root of 5 plus 1. When we take common square root of 6 from here we get plus 1 and its whole exponent is 24. And further in the next step you see here this square root of 6 is cancelled out by this square root of 6 and we have after cancellation of these terms we will get here 2 divided by square root of 5 plus 1 and its whole exponent is 24. And in the next step we have here we just need to we need to write here the denominator into the rationalization form, or in other words we just make the rationalization of its denominator. So its denominator is square root of 5 plus 1 and we write this square root of 5 plus 1 as square root of 5 plus 1 and it is multiplied by square root of 5 minus 1 divided by square root of 5 minus 1 and its whole exponent is 24. And in the next step you see here we need more simplifications, and here in the denominator we use the nice algebraic formula. You know about that. If we have a plus b into a minus b, so it is equals to a square minus b square. And here we need to use this nice formula to the denominator terms, and after applying this formula to the denominators it will be written as so when we apply here in these terms it will becomes here this is 2 times of square root of 5 minus 1 divided by, this will be written as square root of 5 whole square minus 1 whole square and its whole exponent is 24. And further in the next step you see here we need more simplifications, and it will be written as this is 2 times of square root of 5 minus 1 divided by, here this 2 and this square root are gone, and we will get here 5 minus, and from here you see that the square of 1 becomes here 1 and its whole exponent is 24. And further in the next step we need more simplifications, and you see here we will obtain this is 2 times of square root of 5 minus 1 divided by 5 minus 1 becomes here 4 and its whole exponent is 24. And in the next step here we need more simplification, and you see here our 2 is divided by 2 is cancelled out by our denominator 4. So after cancellation of these two, it will be written as in this form. So you see here this is 2 times 2 becomes 4, and we will get here square root of 5 minus 1 divided by 2 and its whole exponent is 24. So here we need more simplifications, and it will be written as in this form. We write these terms as so here we apply we need to focus into the exponent of this term, and you see here the exponent of this term is 5 is 24. So we break this 24 as square root of 5 minus 1 divided by 2, and this is 24. We write it as 3 multiplied by 8. Okay, we know about that. 3 times of 8 becomes here 24. So here we need to move this square root of 3 inside the term, and when we move this square root inside the term, so it will be written as in this form. So we have this will be written as square root of 5 minus 1 whole cubed divided by 2 cubed and its whole exponent is 8. Here we move this 3 inside the term, and further in the next step we have here we need more simplifications, and you see here we rewrite this equation as here we use the nice cubic formula to the upper term, and it will becomes here, you know that if we have a minus b whole cubed is equals to a cubed minus b cubed minus 3 times of ab into a minus b. So here we use this nice formula. So according to this formula, we write here our numerator term as in this form. So this will becomes here square root of 5 cubed minus 1 cubed minus 3 times of our a is square root of 5 and b is 1 into again our a is square root of 5 minus b is 1. And in the next step we need more simplifications, and it is divided by 2 cubed, and we know about that 2 cubed is equals to 8 and its whole exponent is 8. Okay, this is our exponent 8, which we can write it here. And further in the next step we need more simplifications and here we have this is square root of 5 and its whole square. We write this term as it is, and minus this is our 1 cubed becomes here 1 minus, here we need to multiply these 3 times of square root of 5 separately on both of these values, and it will becomes here minus 3 times of square root of 5 whole square. This is minus times minus becomes plus, and 3 times of square root of 5 becomes here this is 3 times of square root of 5, and it is divided by this will becomes here 8. Sorry, this is our square root of 5 whole cubed. We write this is square root of 5 whole cubed. Okay, and further in the next step its whole exponent is 8, And now here in the next step we have we write this term, we write this square root of 5 cubed as in this form, 5 into square root of 5 minus, this is minus 1 and this is minus 3 times of these two, and this square root are gone and we get here 5 only, and plus here we get this is 3 times of square root of 5, and this whole term is divided by 8 and its whole exponent is also 8. And in the next step we need more simplifications, and you see here we have this is 5 times square root of 5 and 3 times square root of 5 becomes here 8 times of square root of 5, and this is minus 1 and minus 3 times of 5 becomes here 15, and we get here minus 1 minus 15 becomes minus 16, and it is divided by 8 and its whole exponent is also 8. And further in the next step here we need to break this fraction, and we can write here 8 separately on both of these values. Okay, so here we need to break this fraction, and when we break this fraction it will be written as, this will becomes 8 times of square root of 5 divided by 8 minus 16 is also divided by 8 and its whole exponent is 8. So here we need more simplifications, and it will be written as this 8 and this 8 are cancelled out by each other, and we get from here is square root of 5 minus this is 8 times of 2 becomes 16, and here we get square root of 5 minus 2 and its whole exponent is 8. So here we write our given expression into this simplified form, and now here in the next step we need more simplifications, and here we will just take that the base of this term is equals to x. Okay, so here we take x is equals to square root of 5 minus 2, and when we choose our x is equals to this value, then you see here we need to if our x is this, it means that we need to find x to the power of 8. Okay, so in order to find the value of x to the power of 8 we need to simplify this term, and from here we just move this minus 2 from right hand side to the left hand side, and it will be written as x plus 2 is equals to square root of 5. So here this is x plus 2 becomes square root of 5, and here we will find the value of x to the power of 8, and for this we need to take a squaring on both of the sides, so that when we apply squaring on both of the sides it will be written as square root of 5 and its whole square. And in the left hand side we just use here the nice algebraic formula, you know about that. If we have a plus b whole square becomes x square plus 2 square plus 2 times of x into 2 is equals to this 2 and this square root are cancelled out by each other, and we will get here 5 only. And here we need more simplifications, and it will be written as this is x square plus this 2 square becomes here 4, and this 2 times 2 becomes here 4x, and here we move this plus 5 from right hand side to the left hand side, and it will be written as minus 5, and this whole equation is equals to 0. And here we need more simplifications, and it will be written as this is x square and this is our plus 4x, and this is 4 minus 5 becomes here minus 1, and this whole equation is equals to 0. And now here we need more simplifications. So here we move 4x and minus 1 to the right hand side, and it will be written as x square is equals to, this is minus 1. When we move it into the right hand side, it will becomes plus 1. This is plus 4x. When we move it into the right hand side, it will becomes minus 4x. And in the next step, here we call this is our equation number 1, because here we get the value of x square, but our claim is to find the value of x to the power of 8. So here we again take squaring whenever we will get here 8. Okay, so here we again take squaring on both of the sides, so it will be written as x square and its whole square is equals to 1 minus 4x and its whole square. So here you know about that x square and its whole square is equals to x to the power of 4. And in the right hand side, we again use the nice algebraic formula. You know about that a minus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square. So here our b is 4x square minus 2 times of a is 1 and b is 4x. And in the next step, here we need more simplifications, and it will be written as in this form. So here we just rewrite this equation as, so in the left hand side we have x to the power of 4 is equals to, here we have this is 1 square, and 1 square becomes 1 plus this 4 square becomes 16, and x square becomes here x square, and minus this is 2 times of 4 becomes here 8x. And in the next step, here we need more simplification, and here we just use our equation number 1, which we can write above, so that our equation number 1 is implies that we copy down equation number 1. Here it is x square equals to 1 minus 4x. So we use this value of x square on here, and we get the value of x to the power of 4. So this will be written as x to the power of 4 is equals to 1 plus 16 times of x square, and the value of x square is 1 minus 4x, and minus this is over 8x. And further in the next step, here we need more simplifications, and it will be written as here we have this is 1, and we multiply the 16 separately on both of these two values, and it will become here 16 minus here we know about that 16 multiplied by 4 is equals to 64x minus this is over 8x. So here we need more simplifications, and it will be written as this is 1 plus 16 becomes here 17 minus 64 minus 8 becomes here 72x, and in the left hand side we have x to the power of 4. So this is the value of x to the power of 4, but now here we need to find the value of x to the power of 8. So for this we again take a squaring on both of the sides. So when we again apply squaring on both of the sides, it will be written as x to the power of 4 and its whole square is equals to 17 minus 72x and its whole square. So here we need to simplify this equation. So in the left hand side we use the nice algebraic formula, and you know about that 4 times of 2 becomes here 8. So we get x to the power of 8 is equals to, this is 17 minus 72x, and here we again use the nice algebraic formula, and it will be written as 17 square plus 72 times of x square and minus 2 times of 17 into 72x. Okay, so here we need more simplifications, and we move towards our final destination, and here we first find the square of 17, and we know about that 17 square becomes 289 plus 72 square is equals to 5184 times of x square and minus this is 2 multiplied by 17 multiplied by 72. So when we multiply all of these three values, so it will be written as 2448. So in the next step we need to subtract these two values. So here in the next step we just subtract 289 minus 2448, so that we subtract these two values 289 and minus 2448. So when you subtract these two values it will becomes here minus 2140 and 59 plus this is our 5184 times of x square. So here we again use our equation number 1. So this is our equation number 1. So here we have the value of x square is 1 minus 4x. So we substitute this value of x square here. So when you put this value here it will becomes 1 minus 4x. Okay, so here further we need more simplification, and now we multiply this value separately on both of these two terms and it will be written as minus 2159 plus this is 5184 and minus so here we multiply 5184 multiplied by 4. So when we multiply these values it will become here 20736 into x. So here we again subtract these two values and you see here we have this is we need to subtract these two values. So this is 5184 is subtracted by 2159. So when we subtract these two values you will get here 3025 minus this is our 20,736x. So here we need to move backward and we substitute the value of x here and we move towards our final destination. And you see here the value of x which we can take here is square root of 5 minus 2. So here we need to move backward and we substitute this value of x here. So it will becomes 3025 minus 20736 into the value of x which we can see here is square root of 5 minus 2, and from here we get this is 3025 minus when we multiply this value here it will become 20736 into square root of 5. This is minus times minus becomes plus, and here we need to multiply 20,736 is multiplied by 2. So when we multiply this value by 2 it will be written as 41,472. And in the next step here we need more simplifications so here we just add 3025 with 41,072. So after summation of these two values we will get here so we add this value by 3025. So here we add 3025 plus 41,472. So when we add these two values we will get here 44,497, and this is minus times of we have minus times 2,736 times of square root of 5. So this is the our required simplification of the given question statement. and this is the our final answer of this question. So here further so this is the final destination of this problem, and this is the final answer. And I hope so you like this video, but if you have any other method in your mind, so please don't hesitate to write this method into the comment section. And thank you so much. So here I can just close this video, because this question gives us very long solution, because here our given statement is very long. Okay, so this is the our final conclusion about that. And thank you so much, and bye bye, take care, Allah Hafiz.